All right. Grace, mercy, and peace from him who is and was and is to come very soon, I'm certain. This is Rogue Diabetic, and welcome to the Digital Wilderness. So today, we're going to talk. Biden is gonna drop. There's no stopping what's coming now. So this is a video by Mark Dice, who is just a right wing shill. He's just another part of the controlled opposition right wing media. He postures as an independent. He's not. He's controlled just like the rest. He's just as controlled as Fox, although he tries to position himself to the right of Fox and then call out Fox for being controlled. But the fact of the matter is it's all controlled. I mean, practically everything that you see on YouTube, even the people that you think aren't, probably are. So, except for me. Now, so this is a video that he did, and this whole question that's come up now with Biden, whether Biden's going to drop or not. This has been in the works now for decades. This whole election cycle, they've been shaping this narrative now for well before Obama became president, because they knew ahead of time that they only had so much time and that they had to get as far along, that they had to do as much damage as they could in the limited amount of time that they have. Okay, because when Jesus comes back, he's going to cancel the elections. There's not going to be any election this fall. And there's no stopping what's coming now. So, but this is like, if you look at I mean, this isn't remarkable to see somebody like Mark Dice. Okay, the people on the right, or the so-called right, have been saying this for years now. Years, since before Biden became the president. Since before Biden became president, since before, even before Trump became president. The fact that Biden was this like dope, this low IQ dope, going all the way back to the 88, I think it would have been 88 presidential election when he ran for the first time. And he was talking about how smart he was and how good he did in college. And then it came out that he didn't really do that good in college. And he had like bad grades and stuff. So, but I mean, like, who cares? But why would you go around bragging about how smart you are and how well you did in college if you got bad grades in college? I mean, why would you even do that? Stupid. So, but this whole Biden is Sleepy Joe Biden, which is what Trump calls him. The whole idea that he's this old dope and creepy and old and not very smart has been going on since before he was old. Okay, and now he's like 81 years old. So now this is like, and when the debate happened like about a week ago, I think it was on the 27th of June. Today's the 5th. Before the debate came out, or when the debate happened, I was a little taken aback how swiftly the narrative shifted from just people like Mark Dice saying it to more people than normal saying it on Fox. I mean, to like Fox just like immediately went off the edge, went off the deep end, and that's all they're talking. At least with respect to the presidential race, that's all they're talking about. Is like this supposedly horrible debate performance. I couldn't watch it. I got like 15 minutes. I tried. I got like 15 minutes into it because I wanted to see what all the hullabaloo was about. I wanted to see whether Biden really was unusually more incoherent than ever. But I couldn't watch it. All I can say is it didn't seem like he was any more incoherent than usual. So I was a little bit taken aback by how the left and the Democrats turned on him virtually overnight. And this is how I can tell. This is how I can tell now that Biden's out. Biden's gonna drop. Okay, because of the narrative, because of the way of the narrative and the people that it's coming from. Because it's not just coming from the right anymore. Now it's all of a sudden overnight, the left has picked up this Biden is a senile old dope that can't beat Trump narrative. So Biden tries but fails to turn back rising tide, threatening to swamp his election. This was yesterday. Today's the 5th. These are the headlines from July 4th, early in the morning. Okay. Video: Biden under pressure amid calls to step aside after debate. Biden tells allies he knows he only has days to salvage candidacy. Joe Biden addresses debate performance with Milwaukee radio host. Okay, so all of a sudden, just like that, from like the starting like immediately after the debate, all of a sudden this shifts. And then it kind of like shifted back and forth where I wasn't sure whether this was just going to be another head fake, where they were going to put this out there to get everybody all excited and to get everybody all riled up, and then just pulled the carpet back underneath it, and then like, never mind. Another thing that's disappeared from the headlines is almost any talk about Trump and his criminal conviction. You know, now it's all Biden. Biden is a senile old dope. I mean, some of the headlines are absurd. Like, Biden went to see a doctor, and his doctor told him just don't stay up past 8. I mean, and all this stuff that you would not like if you were like that you all this really bad press. Okay. And I was, like I said, I was expecting it to go away and shift to something else, probably back to Trump. But there was that immunity ruling, and now they're now they backpedal the sentencing for Trump for his criminal convictions all the way back to the 18th. Apparently, according to the talking heads, this kicks all his other trials out till past the election. So there isn't going to be any resolution on any of it until at least the 18th of September. Okay, Judge Merchan in New York is going to make a ruling on the 6th of September on whether or not the Supreme Court ruling, whether Trump's acts, whether his criminal acts were official acts, and therefore something that he was immune from prosecution or not. So that's kicked out all the way to the 6th. That's past the conventions. Okay, and it kicks it, and it also like it kicks the sentencing out to the 18th of September, at least. So Judgment Day for Trump isn't going to come until September 18th, at least. Okay, they kick it. I'm sure they'll find a way to kick it out even farther. I'm almost 100% sure of that. And Merchan might throw out the conviction. It's possible. I wouldn't bet on it. I don't know for sure. I mean, it's already been decided what he's going to do. So Trump is like, so all of that all of a sudden is like vanished from the news cycle, and now it's like Biden is a senile old dope, which isn't news. I mean, everybody's known that, but all of a sudden you've got all these left wing media outlets doing the drum beat about Biden dropping out. Okay, that went from a conspiracy theory to a conspiracy theory. I was even like, why would they have him drop out? Doesn't really matter who's president as long as they like. But I guess they think he isn't going to be able to beat Trump. That's what they've been. That's the narrative that they've shaped right now, and that somebody else could possibly beat Trump. Now that it doesn't look like he's going to jail. Okay. So And then later this day, I noticed, and I didn't get a screenshot of it, but later this day, that like by the afternoon, they kind of like did a little bob and a little weave, trying to like kind of like back off this line. But then like I got up today and it's all over the place. It's all over the place again. I mean, Biden. This is a Google search for Biden news. Now it's not going to be. It's not as. I mean, what they're showing in the regular Google News feed is um is like it doesn't like play it up as much. But if you Google Biden news, Biden heads into a make or break stretch for his imperial presidential candidacy. I would assume inside the that's AP inside the crucial days leading up to Biden's debate disaster. So now we have Politico, the left wing extremist Politico publication, and get endorsing this narrative that his debate performance was a disaster. I mean, like any more of a I mean any more of a disaster than any of his other performances. But I guess this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Democrats start moving to Harris's Biden digs in. Okay, and that's 4 hours ago. Well, no longer than that now, but that was this morning. So that like got it's 1:41 p.m. Central, the 5th of July, 2024. So Democrats start moving to Harris as Biden digs in. So, and that's another part of the narrative. Apparently it's going to be Harris. So it's not 100% certain, but that's all they're talking about now is like Biden's gonna drop, and it's like look Harris. Okay, they've even got Trump saying it. All right, that was the. Okay, there's a NATO summit coming up in Washington. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to happen before. That would be the 9th to 11th. It could happen today. Okay, I'm going to try to get this up like as soon as possible. It'll take a couple hours to upload this video, but I don't know. I don't know, you guys. It might, but I'm actually not expecting it to drop on a Friday. Or a holiday weekend. I would expect sometime, between Monday and Wednesday of next week. Probably more like Monday. Okay, because I don't expect this to go on much longer. Well, Biden dropped. Biden tells allies he knows he has only days to salvage his candidacy. Okay, see, this is the Google search for will Biden drop. Okay, The Atlantic, the leftist extremist publication, The Atlantic. There's only one reason Biden won't drop out. I read like maybe a sentence. Kind of interested to hear what they have to say about it. But it really isn't worth the time of the read because it's the headline that matters. It's these headlines that are important. Okay, they're telling us. Okay, whenever you've got the New York Times, The Atlantic, ABC, CNBC, with headlines with Disney heiress, wealthy Democratic donor says they won't finance the party until, let me guess, Joe Biden drops out. Big surprise there, wasn't that? Okay, so then I took a look at some of these other videos, and because I wanted to hear what the leftist talking heads are saying, like Anderson Cooper and then it just coming and then like in my feed, and the next thing it's all drop Biden drop out, Biden drops out, Biden's gonna drop out. This is likely when Biden will end his campaign. That's Vivek Ramaswamy from Forbes. Jaw-dropping Bill O'Reilly who react to Biden debate. That was 7 days ago. Debate performance. So this is they've got this all stoked up. He's going to drop. I almost guarantee it. But I mean, I feel like for them to pull a surprise, or to fake, to fake something, to do a fake out like this. Um, I wouldn't put it past them. They wouldn't do it, but it seems to me like they're committed enough to this narrative now. Whether it's Mark Dice saying whatever it was that he said in his headline, or it's CNN. Some top Democrats tell CNN they want Biden out of the race this week. That was 2 days ago. So it might come today. Today's Friday. Then, what was the other one? Oh, that was my other. Oh, there's no stopping what's coming now. Okay, so they're telling you guys, what they're gonna do. Now, another thing that and then of course the question comes up is who'll replace him. Right now, I would say I'm 90% sure it'll be Kamala Harris, because that's who, when they say, well, who's gonna replace him? Oh, Kamala Harris, right? And even Dice makes the suggestion that he thinks it's going to, and he plays a little clip from Trump. You guys got to see this. All right, so here's the clip of Trump. Here's what he thinks.
Also, there was a brief interaction between Donald Trump and some guests at Mar-a-Lago. Now, somebody recorded and posted online that the liberal media is trying to spin as if it is leaked footage, when all it is President Trump just talking like he always does. Trump caught on video claiming that broken down Biden has quit and that it's going to be Kamala in his place.
They do with the debate the other night.
Oh, amazing.
He kicked that old broken down pile of crap. Yeah. It's a bad guy. He just quit, He's quitting the rest.
Is that right?
Yep, I got him out of there. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic. She's just so bad. I just can't imagine.
Wow, what an expose.
So there it is from Trump himself. Now, do you guys think that this video is leaked? Do you think that this just accidentally got out there? Like, whoever was that this wasn't done deliberately ahead of time? That Trump didn't know they were recording and they didn't intend to put this out there on the Daily Beast and Mark Dice, and so I mean, if that's not a tell right, then I don't know what is. But okay, so I texted a buddy of mine, and he's a left-wing extremist. Said Biden is out by the end of the week. All the Marxist extremist media is saying so. Next week it might happen. Today, but probably sometime next week. So then he sent me CNN's homepage, which says Democrats start moving to Kamala Harris. Okay, she's the only, and then he texted, she's the only one that can use the Biden campaign money, and that was another. I did hear I saw a headline the other day. I was like, what's going to happen to Biden's campaign money? And I didn't read it because I wasn't going to waste any mental effort on it. But they were already but that just goes to show, and I'm sure that was the upshot of that article. So they were already forming the narrative that Kamala Harris was going to be the next, was going to be the one that takes over. Okay, she's the only one that can use the Biden campaign money, is what I heard. And she's very controllable by the establishment. She's very establishment. I don't like her, but she'll do better than Biden has a chance to win. Okay. So that's and that's probably a pretty succinct summary of the left narrative. Because that's what, I mean, all those people, they read the headlines and then they memorize the narrative. And then, and then they just so now, they're down to just regular people. Just regular, rank and file type Democrats that are out there. The parroting this narrative that started with the mainstream media, a week ago. So there were some other clues. There's some other clues out there. I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's coming from both sides that Biden's gonna drop now, and that Harris is gonna be the one to step in. So like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm out.